what's up guys, Justin here, and I've got, as you can tell by this beautiful case here, I've got a brand new Cort guitar here in the studio. I've always loved Cort guitars, and I think when I started playing, before I was familiar with Cort, I always kind of thought of them like as mainly like an economy brand, and I guess I mainly thought that because the prices were very affordable compared to like a lot of comparable guitars. And I was always surprised when I played them though, like how good they sounded and how much they sounded a lot more expensive than they were. And if you've been watching my channel, which you should, you've probably noticed that I've played several Corts over the years. And I've always kind of wondered, like, what is Cort's nicest model though? Like the Primo Cort, you know, just to really get a gauge on, you know, what is like the best acoustic guitar that Cort can make. Luckily, my dream came true. I've got it right here in this case. This model is one of their newest acoustic guitar models, and it's from their Gold series. And their Gold series is basically their nicest guitars, nicest woods, best building practices, scalloped bracing, all the bells and whistles, both aesthetically and tone-wise, you know, just to get the purest acoustic tone. But they went even further with this one. I'm going to open it up and explain some of the details and why it makes it basically the best Cort. And then I'm going to play it, share it with you guys, and really get to know it. So enough talking. Let's open it up and check it out. All right. Oh yeah. And you know, right off the bat, you know, just super clean lines, super beautiful embellishments here around the sound hole. Nice embellishments on the bridge. So yeah, check out how ornate the bridge is. Like, this is how all the bridges on their Gold series are. It's ebony wood. Even the pins here are ebony, and that helps, that hardwood helps transfer the resonance and the vibrations into the bridge. It also has this really beautiful channel right here, which gives it not only a cool aesthetic look to it, but it also gives you a stronger break angle there at the saddle. So those strings also transfer more resonance to the saddle there too. You come up to the sound hole here, you just see that super nice, just tasteful embellishment there around the sound hole. And then you can just see the hint here of the LR Baggs Anthem pickup, which is, here's the control for it. We'll get into that a little bit later when we're playing it. And then the fretboard is, again, ebony, all ebony fretboard here. Beautiful, subtle, but like really ornate still inlay. I like the balance between it being ornate, but it's also, like I said, like nice and subtle. It's really classy, really tasteful inlay there. And even just touching it right here, I can feel how smooth the frets are. Like the edges of the frets are rounded off. Man, just beautifully. That's some detailed work. And that's like what the Gold series is all about with Cort. So when I take it out of the case, you're gonna understand why it's called the Gold Edge. They have three very, very well done tapered edges that contour to your body when you're in playing position. The first and probably the most noticeable edge right here is where your forearm goes, and it is so nice. You know, when you play acoustic guitar for a long time, you always get that kind of line like dug into your arm from the corner of the guitar right there, and that really feels super organic. The other taper is right back here, so against your chest, you know, when you're leaned over the guitar, the other taper helps that edge feel really smooth. You know, it doesn't cut into your ribs right there. It doesn't put any pressure on you. It feels, again, really organic and really comfortable. And then the third taper right here, nice and subtle, is in the cutaway. And so when you're reaching up for those higher frets, it really, I mean, it's surprising how much that helps. That little that little taper right there really helps soften that cutaway and just make that trip up to those high frets that much easier. All right, so, you know, I want to just hear this guitar and get to know it a little bit, totally acoustic. You know, it's got that, like I said, that LR Baggs Anthem pickup system in there. I'm not even going to plug it in yet. I'm just going to hear what it sounds like with some fingerstyle guitar, just with this one microphone. Man, just hearing it for the first time, kind of picking around on it, I'm really surprised and impressed by the balance of it. It's got the low end covered. It's got a nice firm low end, real tight low end, but it's not boomy. The high end is really present, but it's not chirpy. It's not like you hear a bunch of string squeaks and things like that, or it's not shrill. I think this body size and everything too, what I like about the auditorium body size is that you get that kind of balance between a bigger guitar and a smaller guitar body style. So it's like the perfect balance between that. But a lot of that too comes down to the types of wood, the types of construction, if you're really wanting to bring out the tone and the resonance. One of the things I love that they do, that Cort does with their Gold series, is that they basically bake the top. They have a process where it basically dries the wood out and makes it sound like it's, a 10 or 20-year-old piece of wood. It sounds more vintage. It sounds more free. Like the cellular structure of the wood is much more reminiscent of a vintage guitar. So you get that real nice response from it, and it just sounds mature. Let me hear it with like a little bit of kind of, strumming, and I'm going to listen to specifically like the low mids and how the wound strings sort of play together. Because sometimes when you're strumming, the low strings can kind of all get mixed in together. And to me, the sign of a really well-built acoustic guitar is that you can hear each string individually, and you really get the true voice of each of those strings. So let me check it out. In the room, it sounds so natural. It sounds bright. Again, it's those details. I really love it. This guitar, the balance of it, it's just everything naturally sort of comes out at the same volume level and the same intensity. So it's a really easy guitar to play and actually, have it sound like you want to. Let me tune it down and try a little slide with it, see how it works with that. Man, playing slide on this guitar is also a piece of cake. The radius is round enough to where it's comfortable when you're fretting notes, but it's also flat enough to where it's easy to play slide on. And I think they really designed this guitar to be like the guitar that you can play any style with. The sound is going to be there, whether you're playing strumming, whether you're playing fingerstyle, whether you're doing slide work, whether you're, aggressively playing, whether you're delicately playing. It's basically designed to have your back over any of those styles, and it really accomplishes that, and that's a tough thing to do. All right, so everything I've done so far has been just straight acoustic into the microphone. I'm gonna plug it in and get to know this LR Bag's Anthem system here. Okay, so this is the control panel here, just really nice and discreet here in the sound hole. So what's great about the LR Bag's Anthem system is that it combines basically like LR Bag's element pickup, like the under saddle pickup here, it's a piezo. It combines that with an internal microphone and then has a little blend knob basically, so you get the power and the control you get from a piezo, but you get that like natural acoustic quality that you just can't get any other way other than having a microphone. All right, so this next playing example, I'm actually not gonna be mixing any of the microphone here into it. It's all gonna be how the pickup sounds by itself, just running through this acoustic amp right here. That's going directly into my console, so you're basically hearing, what the pickup is picking up and nothing else. love that pickup system. That just sounds so natural, you know. It's so difficult to get that to sound like a mic'd acoustic guitar, you know, like you want to get all the nuances, all the air, and you still want to get the power though and the control you get from a piezo. You know, that's the strength about having a piezo pickup on board. I'll tell you guys, I'm so impressed with this guitar. Really exceeded my expectations, and I basically had the expectations that, you know, this was going to be a killer guitar when I started. You know, again, I've played a couple of their Gold series guitars before, and again, they have so many different models of acoustic guitars, and the addition of the contours on this really take this guitar to the next level. I love this auditorium body style, the balance of the sound, the you know, the balance on your body too, comfort-wise. It has all the bass, all the volume, all the presence you need, but it also cuts and it has that articulation. And then again, with the combination of the LR Baggs Anthem pickup on there, you get the same sound, you get the same kind of like give from the instrument when you're plugged in too. Basically, a really great job. Cort nailed it on this one. This is killer. Awesome, guys. Well, I want to thank you for watching, spending some time with me here in the studio, talking guitars. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on my channel here, hit that bell notification so that you get notified when I put up another video. And in the comments section, let me know what you thought about the guitar, what you thought about the sound too. If you want to support this channel even more, please check out my Patreon link. I got it right here. Doing all kinds of extra stuff there, really cool stuff. Check that out. I'll see you guys next time. You rock.